For some reason, I feel like last week was a much bigger cliffhanger than usual. Hey everyone, Jeremy here. Today I am going to watch episode 7 of Superman and Lois. I've just loved this show from beginning to end at this point. And like I was saying though, last week just seemed like a bigger cliffhanger than usual, and I think that's because it's directly affecting someone in a way that we can't necessarily, I mean, we can predict it, but we can't be certain. The episode before, Tag had gone after Jordan. Well, we could pretty much figure Jordan wasn't going to die in that situation, so, you know, there were only a few ways that could go. With Jordan's powers basically overloading and overwhelming him, there are several ways this could turn out. Biggest predictions, I would say, are that either he's going to have to choose between his Kryptonian side or his human side, and I was saying that in the last video. The other direction could be it's all of his powers manifesting at once. Or not all, but several of his powers are manifesting at once, because we did get the clue last week that his super hearing was kicking in. And with it triggering his heat vision at the same time, I kind of wondered if, okay, maybe multiple powers are kicking in at once. Maybe his X-ray vision's about to kick in too. Maybe he's about to get breath. Maybe, you know, just a couple of things are kicking in all at once and it's overwhelming him. I don't know. But that's why it makes it such a huge question mark, and why I can't wait to get to this episode, because I'm really curious on what's going to happen here. Yeah, Dad's in a hurry. Dad's in a hurry. That was awesome. It's his hearing. It's his hearing.
His auditory perception is causing an allodynic response. Until he can control what he hears, every sound will be accompanied by pain.
So it was just his hearing? That's surprising. It is crazy as it was going for.
Let me guess, I have to come up with another BS excuse as to why he's not going to school?
I'll call Principal Balcom first thing in the morning.
At this point, they might as well homeschool him. But I know he probably wants to be around other kids, so that's what was going on. His hearing was overwhelming him so much it was causing the heat vision. It was like it was the pain was making him try to force it out.
We are one sound at a time. Come on.
He was getting
it. I'm sorry.
He was getting there.
Lois Lane,
Hello, guy who is not Marcus Bridgewater.
how about you come inside and we talk about it?
Yeah, that's a hard pass on me entering your creeper mobile.
That's unfair. Eh, pretty hurtful.
So what lie are you going to concoct now?
Ugh, childhood ruined, therapy needed. Thanks a lot, Mom and Dad.
Hey, Netbook.
Look, I'm not gonna be tardy just because you two can't stop being disgusting. I
Damn
know.
it, daughter.
Why I know? Because you two are the most affectionate people I've ever seen in my life.
Didn't even think about them having kids.
What's Superman doing?
What? What?
Oh my God.
What? Come on, you got this.
Absolutely.
Great, I'll go first. You've been lying to me ever since we first met.
You are about that. I mean, obviously not the name part, but everything else is true.
How was your conversation with Lois Lane? Captain Luthor?
Telling you who I am will only confuse things. What's important is you understand what Edge is really planning. Metropolis will be the first city to fall.
You seem awfully sure of that.
Because it's the truth.
And why should I believe
Oh. Okay, that's... So those other Kryptonians were created
I
by
need to speak with Superman.
Maybe we're more on a
Kryptonite
first name
X
basis.
or whatever. Does that mean they also reprogrammed Superman? Like they turned him?
That was fast.
Chrissy Cobb looks like Edge is on the move.
I managed to capture an image in front of the monitors.
He's not important.
There's also been a development at the mines. Satellite
Oh, he doesn't know he's Clark?
activity.
That's what a call was.
I thought he did.
Pull it up.
Could he actually be Lex Luthor?
I don't know, but with everything we know about the multiverse now, I'd say anything's possible.
Oh.
He's related to Lex somehow? Maybe a son we don't know about?
What is it?
I'm definitely starting to think your new friend is a Luthor.
You stepping in as Superman or going to...
Out of the truck!
Wow. He stole the man.
What the hell?
That is fantastic.
What are you doing?
I assume the same thing you are.
Well, now you know he's a badass because he didn't even look at the explosion.
Find out where it was headed.
Everyone who knows about this house. Guess I'm pretty lucky to have you.
How so?
Oh, he can hone in on a person now.
Just like more real, I guess.
He's not encroaching on Sarah. Also, your super strength, you know, keep that in check.
If Edge is using X-Kryptonite to build an army, why would he send such a small shipment?
Live from downtown Metropolis, reporting on the scene is Lois Lane.
You want answers? I'm willing to tell Superman everything.
I'm not in the habit of just connecting him with people.
And we must defeat them if we are to save humanity. For that is what separates us from them. Our humanity. Mom!
I love you both.
What made him go so bad?
Which is why I want you to take that to the DOD for processing.
Nothing's as his prince. You know you're really good at this.
Huh.
You better get moving, Superman. We don't have much time before your meeting.
Creating a new suit. Okay, no, he's creating a weapon. So he's put the weapon in the RV? He weaponized an RV?
Wood, are you spying on me? Wow. Just answer the question. I was talking to her like a normal human being. Wow, I have had your back every time someone has called you dumb or weird or stupid or awkward.
Impressive bunch you've
He's
assembled.
getting to his breaking point.
There's no shortage of good people.
Maybe a cousin or distant relative?
She walked me through every branch of the Luthor family tree. Our guy is definitely not on it.
I mean, not definitely. There are ways to not have that recorded in modern day.
Building's a noble profession.
Been a while since anyone's paid me to do it.
Any chance one of those people was Lex Luthor?
Thing is, the prince you had us pull it from a guy who died 6 years ago. And his name's not Luthor. It's John Henry Irons.
Oh my god. It's Steel.
The stranger.
Had a feeling you might try that. You're not the Man of Steel. I am. From Superman.
Wow.
John, I think someone's trying to kill Dad. What? Where?
What are you guys gonna do?
Hero act of yours? But I will here.
Oh. Nice. One arm too.
over. It's over. You're right, Clark. We're not protecting the boys by keeping secrets from them.
So what do you want to tell them?
Everything.
Wow. You kind of got to.
Tonight's probably been the most scared I've ever been in my life. Gotta say, it's also pretty awesome. Yeah, okay, you did total that. Pretty sick. Bro, I don't even have a learner's or know how to drive.
And dangerous, responsible, and absolutely necessary. You both saved my life tonight, so I think I owe you a pretty big thank you.
All right, who wants to go first?
What was that deal with the guy tonight?
Huh. Still figuring that out.
I just doubled the output on the reflex modules, which
We
means
found Kal-El.
I haven't finished the hammer yet, and the AI is still set for Lex Luthor.
It doesn't matter who the AI thinks is in the suit. It has to be now, Buck.
That's why.
I'm gonna go out there and kill him. And then I'm coming right back.
Well, if you can't tell, I was completely shocked to find out who he was. But that is awesome. That is awesome. I love it. If you don't know who Steel is from the comics, John Henry Irons, I don't want to spoil it any further than what we've said there. They keep using the word Steel, so I don't feel like that's too much of a spoiler. But yeah, it's such an interesting take on the character. And I don't mind him being that if he's not going to be Lex. It's one of those characters I don't think I've ever seen in live action. I don't think they've ever done it in live action. Not even Smallville attempted that one. So this is really cool for me. I'm very stoked about this because I really love that character. It gives me so many predictions on what's going to happen. I do love the fact they've already established that he is not really evil. And if you really look back over the show, the course of the show, he hasn't been doing a lot of evil things. Most of the stuff he's been doing have been, I mean, he did tests against Superman, things like that, but it didn't ever seem like he was intentionally out to hurt a lot of people because he was just testing Superman. I mean, yes, he like set off a reactor, like sent a reactor into meltdown, but he knew Superman was going to stop it. So, I mean, that stuff is a, bit in the bad side, but I don't think he's there to harm anyone except Superman. That was the whole point. Understanding why he's like this. I mean, losing his wife like that, and I'm assuming daughter, we haven't seen what happened to her yet, and world, and losing his world. He just believes Superman's going to be evil. Now, I have a theory that, the Superman on his world, he wasn't planning that. Maybe he got turned, or maybe he was just evil. It's possible, it's the multiverse, but I have a feeling it's more of a he got turned somehow. Maybe they used red kryptonite, maybe they used something to brainwash him. Maybe the Kryptonite X actually in this version can, scramble his brain, make him compliant, something like that. So it's very possible that Morgan Edge in their world did that. Who knows? I have a feeling eventually we'll find out that whole story. But he doesn't know it, so that has me curious on how we'll find out that whole story. Aside from that, the boys this week, again, awesome. I love their dynamic so much. I was surprised that Jordan's powers were not, multiple powers kicking in. It was just his hearing. That was very surprising. But I get behind that because it was so overwhelming. That is what was causing his heat vision to just sporadically go up. It's one of those things where you're in so much pain and you feel like you need to punch a pillow or something, or ball in his case, or shoot fire out of his eyes. I've been there, except for the fire. It was surprising that that's all it was. But that's not really a knock against the episode. It still worked and I still enjoyed it. Jonathan, again, that kid, man. He is, I swear, he is carrying that family at this point. He is so strong as a character and as a person in this show. I absolutely love him to death. And I even like seeing him snap this week. I mean, he is carrying such a burden on his shoulders all the time. That was a realistic snap at his brother. That was very realistic to just, no, I'm sick of you giving me grief. And he just gave it right to him. Now, not necessarily right, but it's real. And so, yeah, those two, and them taking the truck. I don't want that to be necessarily commonplace because I'm afraid of them getting hurt because they aren't the superheroes in the family. But in this case, they had to do it. And also it did show just what they would do for their own dad, who is Superman. I mean, they're actually rushing to him because he's in trouble. And it was very sweet, even though it was kind of boneheaded to a degree. Because what if somebody can beat Superman, what are you gonna do, is what was going through my head. But for them, it was just, now dad's in trouble, and I can appreciate that. I do have a theory about John Henry. I think eventually he's going to come around. He's going to see that this Superman is not the same as the Superman he knew. He's going to find out that maybe even those, or maybe he'll find out the truth of what happened to the Superman on his world and realize he wasn't even responsible. Maybe, let's go out on a way big limb. What if this Morgan Edge is the Morgan Edge from his world, and he's come to this Earth, trying to redo exactly what he did before, and that's why he knows XK works, or Kryptonite X, whatever. Maybe that's why he knows it works. I don't know. Just a theory, or even maybe that's where the meteor shower from the beginning started. I know that's supposed to be the Kryptonite X or whatever that was falling from the sky, but maybe it's also from John Henry's Earth. Maybe that's where it comes from. Maybe that's why it's so rare. But then again, it was buried in Smallville so deep that you'd think it had arrived with Clark. So, hard to say. It's a theory. It's a working theory. What are your theories? Leave them below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe to see more content like this, as well as share this with friends. And before I go, as always, please take care of yourselves and please take care of each other. Thanks for watching.